Volume on 3. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Let's see if we could go up a little. Why is this so loose? Oh, that's why it's loose. Okay. Okay. I love this little tray. I love this little tray. Okay, guys. Hello, my sweet friend. You know something? Now that you're here, let me see how I could do that. Okay, there you go. Okay, you have the little crown. I think that's what the crown means. I have you as a managing moderator. Okay, guys, let me go with the information. That means that you could block people, you could delete messages. I think that's what it means. Listen, I have no clue. I just work here. I don't get paid to know. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, that's what that means. Yeah, you're in blue. That's what that means. What does the crown mean then? I just saw that. Okay, so I guess you're one of the managers. I think you and somebody else is blue. I don't know. Okay, guys, thank you. Welcome in. Oh, your number one fan. Woohoo! Let's do a recap about today. Today, Monday. What could possibly go right on a Monday? Nothing whatsoever. Mondays, it's just the beginning. I guess the beginning of life, the beginning of the world, the beginning, when you're small, the beginning of life, you don't walk or anything. So you start how to learn how to walk and you're falling all over the place anyway. Let's get to my flower. Today I want to show you guys on how I make these pens. I love these pens. They are very, very cute. And to tell you the truth, they're very light. These flowers, they have no weight whatsoever. None. So, um, anything, if there's any weight to it, it will be the doll. But I'm telling you, there's no weight. This is a clay doll. So in this situation, as you guys could see, I have here Skull Panda. I don't even remember which series this is. And she is authentic. And it's sad that she's authentic because I just did a number on her. I'm going to explain to you why I did that number on her. She she had this long thing in the back of her, like a dress. You see? So I had to cut it off because I'm going to put her on a flower, and that thing was too big. Now she's completely flat here and she will be fine. So she is authentic, but she's no longer collector items. You could see where her licensing is at. It went away. So I'm going to save it just in case somebody says, no, she wasn't. I said, yes, she is. Look. But look at that face. Look how beautiful she is. And this is where it comes in place that I tell you that every single blind box doll that comes from SP, when they have their eyes closed, I love them. Because when they have their eyes open, for some reason, they make them scary. And like look, this one is SP. And look at, and this eye is not scary. These eyes are not scary. But I'm telling you, I have some. Look at this one. Why? Why her eyes have to be like that? Her eyes are open. She's cute. She's cute, don't get me wrong. But her eyes, why they gotta make them spooky? This one has cute eyes. But this one, when they put their makeup on, exquisite. And I try to get always the ones with closed eyes. I have so many of these SPs around. Oh, so this is my process. I use, as you could see, two flowers. Why two flowers? Well, if I only use one flower, um, she won't look good. I promise you she won't. I don't, these have two flowers. You see, like if you go through here, you could see where the base is at in the middle. Um, I always put two flowers back to back. And that way it's not see-through. You see they're see-through. And when you put the flowers on, these are two different flowers, and you can't tell the difference because they look so similar. But this is what I do. I put a base, and throughout the years, learning on how to work with fabric, although the glue says fabric glue, I never trust it. Why I don't trust it? Because it sucks up all the glue and it doesn't do much. So what I use to glue them is silicone. When I tell you silicone, I mean silicone. Silicone caulking. You see? Ultra clear. Um, it's silicone and adheres to wet surface. This is what I use, real silicone for the caulking. I get them at Home Depot. So and it glues and it will believe me, they will never come off. Now, this right here is just a regular base. It's a frame. You see, it has a hole that you could put a bead in the middle, and that's exactly what it is. But you see this? That's what the flower would do if you leave it just like that. So technically what I do after I glue her, this is the other side, you see? I glue the heart and then I fill this up with resin glue and I seal the bar. That bar is not going nowhere. So that's how I do that. That's a secret that um I love to share because not everybody knows that. I always seal the bar so it does not rotate and spin. Okay, so now what I do, okay, so you see this? This is done. It's done. You could glue her there if you want to, but I don't think she would look cute. You see, it's like, no, maybe, I don't know. She, I don't think so. But if I glue this flower here, it's not gonna be see-through no more. And then when I glue her here, you see the bar? It's gonna look beautiful. You won't see because I put glue on the leaves and I glue them together and just make a sandwich and just make one. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now, what? Okay. So I was playing around with the beads, and I determined that I think I want to use this one. So I'm gonna do the heart, and I'm going to do a green one, and you see it has black. I'm gonna put a spacer here, and let's do this one first. Okay, that one's first. Then this one. Um, I know I'm only gonna use one spacer because I need to have space to have, so you see like that right there? And I am going to, okay. See, it's not gonna spin. So now what I'm going to do, I'm gonna take out the silicone and I am going to glue this flower there. Once I glue it, I could go ahead and glue the doll. But because this is the way this is right now, I'm just gonna glue the doll. So you see, I put the pen on already. So I'm gonna look for the perfect spot where the doll is going to be. I think that one right there. Yep, you see she's perfect there. And now I'm gonna take out my silicone because I think the silicone is the best thing that's going to, I know, right? Look at that. I think she is gonna be beautiful. I had one that was red, and I had another one. So tonight, I won't be able to show her because if I glue her, um, she's not gonna be able to go. And this, I usually have them in a syringe. I usually have her on a syringe, the glue itself, because I don't wanna pop this tube ever. So I'm gonna put her there. Yep, this is where I'm gonna put her. And what I'm going to do, I'm gonna put a little bit of weight on her. I'm gonna put a little bit of weight on her. And what I do is I put a bag with rice, and she's gonna stay right there. And she's gonna be okay. Tomorrow, we are going to take her out, and then we're gonna glue the other side. And that way it's easier to do that. But I'm telling you, the doll is gonna be like this one. This one is like, I think she is so cute. You see, it has two flowers. And if you look through, I didn't glue but I usually put like a dab of glue around here so they could be together like that and that you don't see anything that's going on. You see? Same thing with this one. This one you can't see. I think this one I did glue. You see? And it's an extra expense of another flower, but you have a beautiful one. I'm telling you, you can't beat that. So she will be dry I wanna say just in a couple of hours, but I usually like to let her curing, all night, and then what I'll do, I'll just glue this other flower on the back of it, and it'll be easier. This way, it will be better. Okay, let's take this out of here, and I wanna show you some bracelets that I made. Okay, let's put her someplace where she's not gonna move. I don't want her to get up in the middle of the night and fall off or something. Yeah. Okay. This is one of the bracelets. So if anybody's interested, so I could show you how to make these bracelets. Look at this. This is glass. Um, and it's just spacers. If you look at it, it's the square and you have a spacer here, a spacer here, and then a bead, a silver bead. And that's basically all this is. And then I don't know what these locks are called. It's like a Tiffany. Um, I know that Tiffany was the one that started with this. So you see how that locks? Also, this one, I um I bought the jade. This is a jade, and I think the light is too powerful for this. Let's go like this. There you go. This one is a jade. They're the beads and the chip, the half jade, is a jade, and it has a flower. What's that flower? Oh my God, it's such a famous flower. And this is hand carved, and I think it's beautiful. And I made these beads, and this is how this one is. I opened this one already, but is I take every bead and I make a little piece of metal to make individual ones. You could see, and you could see the details on each one. I could have chosen a rope, or I could have chosen a wire and just not have any spaces and put them together. But I think it makes it a little different. Definitely say a little different. So there's lots of beads, lots of ways. Like this particular one is a wire. This one has a wire, and this one has loops. Those are wires also, and they're loops. There's so many different ways of making them. Um, and I just filed away the other bracelets that I made. Okay, here goes another one. This one, you see, I have these beads. These beads, I think they're so gorgeous. And these are like a galaxy, and these are stretchy. So there's so many different ways you could make beads. And I think looking at the stones and different shapes, they're definitely really, really cute. And this one has like that cat eye and glitter going in on it. So there's so many different ways that you could just make and of course this is like the front of it, and this is the back because this is where the difference is at. And technically all it was that I ran out of the black ones. So you gotta improvise, right? You gotta improvise. Same thing with the earrings. The earrings, I make them out of memory wire. Usually these wires are used for bracelets. You could use them to make earrings, and I love big hoops. I love big hoops. I think this memory wire is the 2.5 inches. And it is, I love red. Red. Red is definitely my color. So let's see what else. These earrings, I made them yesterday, and my jade dealer sold me these little chips. So I had these little clips. Um, I'm sorry that it's not focusing, but this one has like a spiral. I don't know if you could see that. It has a spiral, and then it has two chains to dangle that earring. I think they're so super cute. So this one as well is 100% jade, it's jade. Burma jade. This is a Burma jade. Um, you see, I love jade. There's different colors of jade. Um, this one right here is cinnabar. Both of these are cinnabar, and this is, I love natural stones. They have the way that nature grows. I just love natural stones. This is one stone. Look at this. This comes out of the earth. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? And the design, the way it comes is just beautiful. And before I decided to make the earrings, I had just asked her for two of them. I said, okay, I'll just make some earrings. And I made this one, which is just a dangle, just one. But I'm definitely going to order some more of these. This is the black stone, and I really can never remember what it is. But you see, anything you could just use a chain. I try to use stainless steel, and I was told to use 925, and I'm going to tell you why I'm against the 925. The 925 gets black if you don't use it. You have to shine it. You have to be constantly on top of it. Otherwise, it's going to turn black. This is stainless steel, and I know this is not going to turn. Um, and I wish it had like a better, it's like it doesn't want to focus. But this one is really, and it's so light. It's so light. I love this one. It's very simple. It's small because you can see it's a long dangle. I just think it needs like maybe three more little bars. And because they're not heavy at all, I like extra. I like big things. So I have these here, and I'm waiting for me to make an order to put like three more bars, on this chain so it could look a little bit more bulkier. So you see, you could use the beads, making them into, a chain link. You could use the wires. Um, and the wires come in different sizes. So it's really important, to know what you're gonna making, the thickness that you need. And like this one is a memory wire. This one is always gonna stay like that. You see, like this is made with a wire, and these are glass. I have learned that although glass is much better quality, it gives you a better shine, but using the acrylic ones are less heavier and the bows don't tend to get droopy. So this right here, I think these flowers, they're everything on this is glass except for this one that's a metal, it's a metal bead, multiple hole bead, and these are glass, so they are heavy. And although this is a thick wire, it is still, like, I think with time it will get wobbly. So I made this as a practice and I never found a home for it. I have it there. It says one day I'm gonna put it on something, but I don't know. For some reason it hasn't made its way to anything at all. So let's see how a little flower is going because I think the silicone dries very fast. Although there's a possibilities. And this is just a Ziploc bag with rice. The reason why I use rice because rice tends to take the shape. If you have like a book or something, it doesn't bend this way. This just cradled, it cuddles around the doll. You see? Look at that. She is going to be amazing. So now all I have to do is just glue her here. So now you see those feathers? I need to make sure I position those feathers in a way that they are going to play a role right there. I think that's going to be like extremely gorgeous. You see? And I have to make sure she's centered. And this one, as soon as it dries, she will be going to the store. I will be putting her in the online store. I think she's going to be excellent. Now, I also want to show you that she has a little helmet. This helmet, whoever decides to buy her could either I could glue the helmet on she has a magnet on it. It has a magnet, but if you want to make sure it doesn't fall off, I would definitely say yes, glue the okay, now this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this like that to make sure she's okay. We're gonna put the glue. We could do it like this, or we could put her facing down. I think facing down will be better because that way we put her where she needs to be. And there. You see how that's gonna look? It's gonna look so cute. Oh, look, she dropped a feather. One of the long feathers. I think I'm gonna put her back in there. It was the rice. The rice did it. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue her because now okay. I have to glue that thing back. Okay. There she is. Now I have her facing down. That way, her being facing down, she's not gonna move and the flower is gonna stay still. And as soon as it finishes, I'm gonna glue this back in there. I think I love flowers. This one, I have so many that my friend, my bestie, she made this one for me. So cute. I love this one. You see, this one is see-through, but it's okay. This perfume is gorgeous. I'm gonna take her to work with me today tomorrow because she is gorgeous. I love her. I had the other one design. Actually, she's still Lydia. She said a long time ago that she was going to change her name to Design to advertise her, but she hasn't done it. She did this one too. Look at this. This is gorgeous. I think those bows are so beautiful. She's been giving tutorials on how to make these bows because there's a lot of people that wants to do their own thing. You're very welcome, honey. Okay, guys. So I showed you about the earrings. I showed you how I make my flower. And again, I do two flowers. Not everybody does them like that, but I think it looks more sturdier, more secure, more, I don't know. Um, and she will be ready. I will definitely do a short video to show her in action tomorrow, and you guys will definitely see her. And she will be entered into the online store. So, with that said, I'm going to close it, shut it down. Lydia has to get ready for her show, and I'm just getting home and I just did what I had to do, and I came straight downstairs to the basement to organize this thing here. So you guys have a good night. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you for watching. And if you're watching this on the replay, please don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to hit the like button. The videos should be available by tomorrow afternoon. Usually, I don't know why it takes a while, but it does. Thank you so much for coming by, and keep your head up. Don't let nobody bully you. And also, don't be putting out no bad mojo out there. Be kind. Thank you so much.